Hello, 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 OMG, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. 2 weeks ago, I posted a video where I organized my daughter's pantry. We are now in her kitchen today. When I filmed this, Viv and Donna were on spring break, so we all came over to kind of hang out with Gracyn and EJ. And I am going to be working on her, basically all of her cupboards in her kitchen, trying to get them a little bit more organized and make her kitchen a little bit more functional for her. So I'm going to give you a quick shot of basically what everything looks like before I get in here and do some organizing and probably some rearranging. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It is Jodi Dunn. I'm coming at you with a weekly declutter. We're doing some decluttering and organizing today. If you are new and you just found me, I am so very happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know that you are new right down in the comment section? I would love to welcome you and say hello back to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you. So I was really excited when Gracyn asked me for a little help with organizing in her kitchen. And you are going to see little clips of EJ here and there, and I'm leaving those in. EJ! Oh, careful! Here him is. Hi. Hi, Batman. If you are new, EJ is my 1-year-old grandson. I have 3 daughters. Gracyn is 24, the mom of EJ. Viviana is 13 and Donna is 11. So EJ really didn't come in the video too much this time, not as much as he did in the pantry video, because he was with Aunt Viviana and Aunt Donna having all kinds of fun. Gracyn had already organized her spice drawer a little while back. I think it looks pretty dang fantastic. So I'm going to try to do some things in her kitchen that I hope will make things more functional for her. But she may want to change things around because we all have different preferences and we all like things to be a little bit different. So it's funny because I did not even know that organizational videos or cleaning videos were a thing on YouTube until like 8 months ago. And if you caught the pantry video, you know that we already did these 2 drawers, so those ones do not need to be done. Although I was laughing because as I was filming this, Gracyn was like, Edward, who is her husband, keeps putting things back in here, and I'm like, are you putting it where it goes? Whenever you organize things, everybody kind of has to get used to how it is. So as you can see, Gracyn has an absolute ton of cabinet space in her kitchen, which is so darn fantastic. The issue that we ran into the most is that she has a lot of drawers versus cabinets. And when I tell you that I, recently discovered that these types of videos were even a thing on YouTube, a lot of times when I am watching videos about organizing or decluttering, I will hear a lot of videos say the easiest way to do that is to pull everything out so that you can see what you have and then organize it from there. So her Lazy Susan was totally not functional for her, so we're going to do some rearranging in here. So I did pull everything out of this cabinet, and she's kind of vacuuming inside there right now. And her oven mitts are way far away from her stove, so I'm moving them to a drawer that is way closer to her stove. But back to the pulling everything out, I highly disagree with that. Fish. Out of here. And there we go. We got another visit from Flash, just like we did in the pantry video. But what I have found with decluttering and organizing is there's no right or wrong. You have to do what makes the most sense for you. The only reason I pulled everything out of that Lazy Susan cupboard is because she had stuff in there she didn't even know what she had and she doesn't use. So now I pulled everything out of the cupboard above it, and we have kind of created this big mess here because I'm going to move everything down into the Lazy Susan that was up above. And I found these, they were fridge organizers that were in the Lazy Susan. I'm going to use these for like some of her cooking oils and things that she reaches for regularly. So when I'm doing decluttering or organizing, for me, and this may be different for you because we all work different, I go drawer by drawer, cupboard by cupboard. Gracyn, when I told her I was going to come help her with this, or when she asked me to come help her with this, she was like, we'll pull everything out of every cupboard and every drawer, and then I'll see what I have, and we can put it all back. And immediately when she said that, it made me so anxious. You do sometimes make a mess when you are decluttering and organizing, but creating that big of a mess is so overwhelming.
Little stinker. Shelves are disgusting. They're not disgusting, honey. They're like the finish is tearing up. Which, that just means they're like coated or something.
Well, we could line it with this stuff maybe.
Yeah, if you want to, but I don't necessarily know that it's necessary.
She has some dang weird cupboards. You'll get a better view when I back up, but look at how deep this cupboard is. It's so odd. It's just very oddly shaped. So I'm trying to utilize the space back there with things that she doesn't use very often. And I told her on the top two shelves that are going to be really hard to reach, like, let's maybe not even put things way back in that corner because you can't reach them anyways. So again, for me personally, I just find it way easier to work cupboard by cupboard and drawer by drawer.
So let's separate pots from pans.
So she has these two big drawers that are close to the stove that she uses for her pots and pans. So we're going to try to do some organizing with these, but we reached a point here. I felt so bad. She got super duper anxious. And before, I had ordered some things for my kitchen to organize, so I brought them over to her house. This is like a lid organizer that I was trying to see if I could use in her kitchen. But right here, just with us emptying the two drawers with pots and pans, she just got super duper anxious with everything being out. And she just kind of had to leave the room and like take a breath. And I only share that story with you because I want you to know that you have to figure out what works best for you when you are organizing or decluttering. If somebody tells you that it's the best way to take everything out, it may not work for you. And if somebody like me says, do it drawer by drawer, that may not work for you. Again, there is no right or wrong. But look at, I just for two drawers, I created this big mess. And when she initially told me to come over on this day, she wanted to pull everything out of every single drawer she had. And I knew that was not going to work for me. And I kind of figured it was not going to work for her either.
See, that's why I feel like that drawer doesn't fit things great.
And yeah, it's because of the shape of these. But you don't have
Anywhere else to put
this
it.
is the only cupboard you have, and it's, we could.
No, I think that would be so cluttered. Don't you think so?
As much cabinets as you have in this kitchen, you have more drawers.
Yeah.
That's what you have. You don't have cabinets.
Yeah.
Where these would fit nicer in a bigger cabinet, especially with the pot organizer I got, where they could be stacked.
Yeah.
But the pot organizer I got, it's going to be too big for this.
Right.
So truly the only option is we would have to remove this thing in here to make this a cabinet for your pots.
I just don't think that's a good idea. Do you? I mean, I don't think. I think that's creating more work than. That's why I've been struggling with the kitchen so much, because it's like I do have so much room, but there's nowhere to put things. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. It's really learning. It's really about learning how to utilize your space the best that you can. And it's not always going to be how you want it.
Right.
So I feel like this is good.
Yeah.
All the lids fit. You've got access to your 4. I don't think you need any more than that. Easily accessible.
I have a little one that I'm going to put down there.
Okay.
But yeah, like a little that I use.
And if you saw the pantry declutter, then you know Gracyn is pregnant. So she is also just a little extra emotional, of course. So once she realized how overwhelming it is, because decluttering and organizing is overwhelming, I think she said, okay, yeah, let's go drawer by drawer. And you'll see me moving around a lot. Like I was already in this cabinet once, then I moved to the pots and pans. That's just how it works for me. I got something out of somewhere and put it back where it made more sense. And now we're moving on back to this cabinet. And this is why I always tell you guys that it takes me days to complete projects, because I do get overwhelmed with things and I am a little bit more analytical with things. So sometimes I really have to look at something and figure out what makes sense and kind of think on it for a little while. Sometimes I'm a fast actor and sometimes I have to think on things. So she may decide she wants to line these shelves up here just because like some of the finish was coming off, but I don't know that she's going to utilize this space for like oils and things that maybe have spilled in there. We moved all of that down to the Lazy Susan. So like I said, I think I'm just not even going to utilize that back half of this cabinet because she doesn't need the space and you can't dang reach it. It's such an awkward cupboard. So I'm just putting some of her baking dishes up here that she doesn't use regularly. So those will be easy access for her when she does need them, and they are right next to the stove. And this is just a serving platter that she only uses when she entertains. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this into the pantry and get it out of the kitchen because it's a big bulky item that was taking up a lot of space. And this cupboard here with the shelves that come out, I love these kind of cupboards. She uses often for like serving bowls or salad bowls or popcorn bowls. So we're going to kind of change some things around in here.
I mean, you could use it for either, but...
Yeah, but it could go up here.
All right, there. Maybe if you see your salad.
Do you think this up here is fine?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. If you see your salad thing,
yeah,
then maybe you'll remember to use it. Okay. Oh, is this a mixing bowl?
Yeah, we have that one and then another one that's in the dishwasher. It's like that. We use that for popcorn and.
Yep. Okay.
You're like.
So we're not really doing too much changes to this cabinet because it's right by her island where she uses to prep food, and it's right across from the sink. It's right across from the stove. It's the best cabinet. It's the best use of this cabinet, in my opinion, for the things that she uses it for. All right, I'm going to quickly declutter. I love this little teeny narrow cabinet. It is great for exactly what she has in here, except for she just had too many things in here, so she couldn't access the things that she needed to. And they moved into this house like less than 2 years ago, and then they just got married in December, and they got a lot of wedding gifts, so we'll just get that all organized.
This goes with what?
That.
This? Does this all go together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's for your...
What is that for? Oh.
A shield?
Yeah, yeah. Like literally all of this goes to the blender.
This goes to the, what is it called?
The blender.
Oh, blender, okay. Yeah, this goes to your kitchen
You can put this with the gross stuff. Oh, here's the other one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And do we know what this goes to?
The KitchenAid.
Okay. So just these two and this go to the KitchenAid.
Yeah.
And this goes to the blender.
I would think so.
Okay.
All right, it's a new day and I am back to finish out these bottom cabinets. I ordered a couple of items from Amazon that I thought would help. This is a lid organizer, but I'm not going to use it for lids. And then some organizational things for some of the kids' items that hopefully will help.
Why don't we watch some Mickey?
Hello. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, you're trying to close that to you.
I had my tripod on the floor, and of course, EJ was trying to grab it. So this is the cabinet I'm going to be working on with these organizational items that I bought. I did order a cup organizer too for another drawer. The dang order is lost. Oh, that's happened to me a couple of times with Amazon. I love Amazon. I order from Amazon all the time. The only thing I get frustrated about is when an order does get lost, it's like you can't cancel it. It won't let you cancel it. So I'm going to have to contact Amazon about that. So this lid organizer would be probably fantastic for like Tupperware lids and things like that. But I was thinking that it would be great to hold all of the kids' like plates and bowls and things because these are adjustable. So I'm going to try this out and see how I like it and see if it keeps things a little bit more organized in here. I think I ordered the size large, but they had medium and small. I almost was going to order one of every size, but then I was like, no, just order one and see how you like it and see if it works the way that you hope it works. So Gracyn has a stepdaughter named Mackenzie, and then of course EJ. And so Mackenzie's things are in here too, and I was hoping that these plates would fit, but they're just a touch too big. But I think everything else will fit in here. She has these really, really cool plates for EJ, like this one, the Mickey Mouse. He loves Mickey Mouse. They stick to the counter so that he can't pull it off, which any of you mamas right now probably already know that, but these things were not around when my girls were little. So it was a pain in the butt because they always pick up the bowls and throw them or pick up the plates and throw them. These things are dang genius. I love them. So I'm going to organize these things in here. I'm hoping that I can just get almost all of the plates and bowls in this little lid organizer to keep them all in one spot. And because this is so adjustable, Gracyn can adjust this however she wants. And if she decides she doesn't like this system that I'm putting together, she can use it for something else because it is really versatile. And these were under like toddler cup holders. So I thought these would work out really good as well. I did measure the cabinet to make sure that they would fit. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to try to separate these like Mackenzie's cups and then EJ's cups. And Mackenzie's old enough to just go right in here and grab whatever she needs. And then Gracyn will be able to see where EJ's cups are instead of everything just kind of being shoved in here and you got to search for lids and all that good stuff. So this should keep everything all together, I hope, and make this cabinet a little bit more functional for her. And I definitely had to go through this like several times to figure out what made the most sense and what I liked. And Gracyn also took a look at what was in here, and there was a couple of things she decluttered.
Oh. EJ, stop grabbing Grandma's camera.
What?
His baby gate is up in the other room, and I didn't see him reaching his little hand through it, grabbing my dang tripod. So I'm still working on placement here, but I definitely think these are going to help make this cupboard a lot more functional. I've moved the plastic bins around several times, but we're going to get it. And on the first day I was here, I totally forgot to film, but she decluttered almost a whole bag of stuff. Most of it was able to be donated, but there was a couple of pans that had been ruined that she just went ahead and trashed. So I'm going to go ahead and work on, she's got these 2 drawers where she keeps basically all of her Tupperware dishes that she uses for leftovers and stuff. So I'm going to try to see what I can do for organizing these. And as she saw me getting into these drawers, she found 2 more cabinets that had basically Tupperware containers. But she has like a whole set of a really nice glass ones that she didn't have over here. So she grabbed those, and she prefers to use the glass ones for leftovers. So I'm going to go ahead and put all of the nice glass ones down in this bottom cabinet. And I'm just going to try to keep all of the lids together. And for the little ones, it was not possible to put all the lids on the little ones and store them. But for the big ones, I did. And I know that does take up more room when you put the lids versus stacking them all inside each other. But it truly makes it more functional. And I'm trying to make this kitchen more functional for her. Yes, it's wonderful when it looks aesthetically pleasing, but function is always my #1 goal. And up here on the top of this cabinet was where she was storing some of the plastic ones. So I had her pull all of those down, and we have basically just freed up a whole shelf where she keeps her bowls and plates, which I love it when we can create empty shelves. So now that I've got all the glass ones organized together, I'm just looking for the lids for the plastic ones, and then she's going to figure out how many of these she actually wants to keep and how many she's going to get rid of, and then we're going to figure out where to put these ones.
Try to keep the lids on so you know where everything is.
I mean, if it'll fit.
Yeah, let's see.
We could even do like these things in
Those,
pantry.
yeah, that would be a good idea.
In that placemat, she used that at the old house lot, but she's never used it here, so that can probably go away. Get thrown away.
Well, it's not taking up any room, but gotcha. Oh, you got lots of room, honey.
Yeah. That
Will it
takes
still
two.
fit?
Okay, yeah. I like that better.
You like this better? Okay. You still can move even.
And then it's like plastic and the glass is right next to each other.
Yeah.
I just like things to be next to each other.
No, that totally makes sense. And all the lids are on these, so you don't have separate.
Yeah.
And if you really don't like it, we can get another. This is a lid organizer, even though I didn't use it for that, and organize the lids. But you still have a lot of room in here, really.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's good. You like that?
I like that a lot better.
Okay. And then this will just stay, even though it's fine, because it will make these not move.
Yeah, and that way the kids, that way
So
he's
if
not
he
pulling
tries to
them
pull
out.
this
Yeah,
out,
he won't be
he's
able
only
to.
going to get a cup.
This can go in the baby drawer.
Okay. Okay.
So these were the ones that she decided not to keep, and we have all the rest of them organized. The glass is in one drawer, the plastic is in another drawer, right next to each other, which that is exactly what she wanted. And this drawer here is where she stores all of her plastic storage bags and foil and parchment paper and all of that. I'm really not going to do much in here. It's already very functional for her. I'm just going to kind of organize it a little bit and just make it look a little better, but really it's already functioning for her very well. So I'm not really going to make any changes in this drawer at all. And I think there's just one more drawer to go through. If you caught the pantry video, we organized 2 of the drawers already in the kitchen. We swapped the silverware drawer and the miscellaneous drawer around. And she was just using this bottom one for overflow that she didn't have room for, but we've already created so much room. So I'm just going to go through here and remove most of the stuff in here and put it where it should go. This is old silverware, she said, that used to be Edward's before they got together, and she's not sure if he wanted to get rid of that, so I'm going to leave that down there. And I forgot, there is one more drawer. This drawer right here. So this was where she had all of her basic cooking utensils stored, but she had things in here that didn't make sense. So we did move those over to the big drawer that has like her silverware and her knife set. And we took one of she's got this little gray container in here that holds like the spoons and stuff and just makes them organized. We took one of those out and moved it to the big drawer. So I think she's going to get another one. But in the meantime, I'm just going to organize the rest of this. I already took all of the overflow out. I should be able to fit everything back in this drawer. And I think this is going to be the last drawer. I didn't really do too much with the upper cabinets except for the one, because most of those were functioning really well for her. Like you saw the one she opened with her plates and bowls, that one was fine. So we're just gonna finish this up and we are almost done. Thank you so, so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you so much. I would love to hear any decluttering or organizing projects that you are currently working on. And this was our first pass in doing all of these cabinets in the kitchen. So she may want to change things around. That's how it goes with organizing. Sometimes you try something and it doesn't work. Sometimes you try something and it works fantastic. All right, let's take a look at how all of the cabinets look now. I'm going to kind of walk you through what we did and what my thought process was. So not a ton of change in this one, but basically we moved some of the serving dishes and mixing bowls and the strainer and all that good stuff and some of those big glass measuring cups in this cabinet here. This one I just organized. You saw me do that. So everything is kind of visible and she can see it. And like I said, I think she's going to buy maybe one or two more of those organizers to put in there. And the pots and pans, we left in the same exact spots they were in, except for we separated the pans in one drawer and the pots in another drawer. Tried to keep the lids together as much as possible, but these are closest to the stove and they make the most sense. And again, I didn't really make any changes in the storage container drawer. It just looks a teeny little bit more organized now. This was the candy drawer. I didn't even touch this. She can change it if she wants to, but that's just where they kind of have like their candies and little snacks. And look at that. We have a totally empty drawer. I love empty drawers because it gives you room to grow. And I just feel like it's just nice when you have empty space. And then this bottom one, again, I told you that silverware she's going to have to ask Edward. And I wasn't sure what that little gray holder goes to, so I just left that down in the bottom. Hardly any changes in this. This is where she keeps her cookie sheets, her muffin pans, her cutting boards. We just decluttered and went through and got rid of the ones that she really didn't need. So now she has easy access to any of these items and they fit perfectly in this little narrow cupboard. I love the way the Lazy Susan turned out. So this like roasting pan, she uses it all the time. So I put that right there for her. And then all of the extra spices and cooking oils that she uses regularly are in these holders and very easy access for her. And then on the bottom of the Lazy Susan are some things that she didn't want to get rid of but doesn't use regularly, like some baking items in her cast iron pan. So we put them right down here at the bottom and she has easy access to these as well. So super happy with that one. Let me know if you have any suggestions. I just couldn't figure out what to do with this. This bottom drawer has all of her accessories for her blender, which she wanted them really right here because that's where she puts like the fruit and things like that when she makes smoothies. And then it's got some accessories for her KitchenAid, which is right above this area. I mean, it's a closed drawer, so it doesn't look great, but I don't know what else to do with it. This was the drawer I plan on organizing with the cup holders that did not come from Amazon because they got lost. So hopefully they'll either show up or I'll just order a new set and we can get this drawer organized. But for right now, it's just looking like this. This is where all the cups are. And I didn't make any changes to her spice drawer. She already had organized that quite a few months ago and loves it. And I think it looks beautiful. So that stayed the same. This is the garbage area and recycling bin area. So obviously no changes to that. That stayed exactly the same. This was where I moved her oven mitts so they're close to the oven. And she keeps her kitchen towels in here. And I told her if she folded them up, like rolled them, they might fit better. And it looks like she did roll them. So that's awesome. So this drawer is nice and organized. And I think she's got a bunch of laundry going right now. So that's why it looks a little empty. And then these were the drawers that I already did in the pantry video. This is the miscellaneous drawer, so this is working out just fine. And this was the drawer, the silverware was in the miscellaneous drawer. We moved the silverware over here. We moved her knife set. I put the ice cream holders, and then she's got like some wine openers, wine bottle openers, and things like that in here. And then this she made into the grill drawer because it's closest to like the back patio where they have their grill. So this has all the grilling tools in it, which I thought was a great idea. I didn't do that at all. She did that. And then remember, this had all of the Tupperware lids and stuff. We have another empty drawer, which I think is fantastic. And the bottom one is where we kept all of the glass like Tupperware, like her storage containers. So all the glass ones are right down here in the bottom drawer. And super duper happy with the way the kids' cabinet turned out. I did end up moving the 2 bins right on top. I wasn't going to do that because they're like stuck right together, but it makes sense because then the kids can't pull them out. So all of their plates and bowls and their cups, she's even got room back there. She needs to store some extra things. Those are all on the top shelf, and this pulls out for very easy access. And then on the bottom, we left a couple of the plastic plates that Mackenzie uses, and all of her Tupperware is stored with the lids on so she can easily see what she has and doesn't have to search and rummage for lids. So I think this cabinet turned out fantastic. So in this video, we took care of all of the bottom cabinets except for under the sink, which was fine, and her garbage area. We did all of those cupboards and drawers, and then we did everything, all of the cupboards and drawers on the island. I hope this video gave you some inspiration to organize some things in your kitchen. And again, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for stopping by and spending this time with me today. I'm going to see you again soon. I hope you have a great day. Bye.